and in the next step I would like to clad this front wall segment here with a panel, and then later we can put a logo or an image picture on it. For this I open the fascia function and I type in the insertion height, and in fact it's the height of this profile, and then I give the height of the panel and I start to give the length by clicking here, and 1 and 2 and enter. Okay, here it is. But of course now I can go on to clad my booth with panels. So for this I only have to change the values in the fascia function. So for example, the insertion height I set it to 20 millimeters and the hole height to 2 meters 48, and the corner situation will be shown as a miter corner. I click on insert and I click 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter, 1 meter. Then I catch the grid point and I type in 1010 millimeters, enter, 950 millimeters where the door is, and 1010, enter. Okay, then I can catch the next 1 meter point, next one, 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter, and right click and enter. Okay, here are the panels. Now when we look on the panel which is in front of the door, we can see that the door is blocked. So we have two possibilities. We can change the value of the insertion height and the height, or we use the door function here, and then here we have only to click it to type in the height of the door, and then we can select the panel and the door will be cut out automatically. Okay, it's done, and now let's look at the corner situations. We remembered we used miter joints for the corner situations, but if we want to change the corner situations, we go on the fascia tab, and then there's a function called change corner situations or corner types, and then we can change by clicking the different corner situations which are available. So okay, we can look first and then choose which corner situation is good for us, and the next one, click, okay, and this one, and the last one. Okay, now we have changed the corner situations, and you are able to see how easy it is to clad the walls of your booth with panels. The next step now will be we will put some furniture into our booth, and for this we use the library function. You can see I have a quick access toolbar here, and you can edit the quick access toolbar with the little arrow here on the right side. Okay, and the library icon, you can find it in the other tab also. Okay, let's open the library, and we can do this by clicking on the symbol and then the library opens. As you can see, there are a lot of different furnitures inside the library which you can use for your projects, and I will choose here 2 bar tables, and maybe I take also some bar hooks. Yes, like this one here. Okay, and I insert them by drag and drop, and here I can choose the color of the bar hooks, and some bar hooks more. Okay, here. Okay, and I put also one here in front of the little table of the computer, and maybe I place it in the middle. Okay, that looks quite good. Then let's look at the part list function. I rotate the booth a little bit to have a better overview, and now I click on the part list symbol. You can also find it in the tab Other. I click on Regenerate, and I can choose if I want to have the part list of the whole drawing or only of single parts. And if I want to look for special objects in my drawing, I can select them in the part list, and they will be highlighted like bar tables here or bar stools. But this works with extrusions also, of course. For example, here we have a horizontal connection on this side and a vertical connection on this side, and let's look for the construction parts in the part list. I think here they are. Okay, and if you need help now for the installation, you have the possibility to look for the tension lock installation direction, and this works with a special function here under profiles and show direction of lock installation. I click it for the full drawing, and then you can see green and red arrows. The red arrows are the direction of the groove, and the green arrows are the locks. But I have also the possibility to change the direction of the locks. Herefore we have also a special function under profiles, and here you can see change direction of the locks, and then by clicking next to the arrows, the lock direction will be changed. And this you can also see in the part list, because if you go to the part list and you regenerate it, full drawing, then you can see at the end of the part list, it is here, then you can see at the end of the part list that the tension locks were twisted of 90 degrees. Now let's finish with these two functions, and we erase the arrows now with profile and erase arrows, and we change to another useful function. For this I change the complexity to high complexity, and then under profiles and show different length, I can color my different extrusion, and I can sort them by the different length in the drawing. For this, first I have to choose the colors in which the profiles will be displayed, and this I have to do for the first time, one time, and then it's okay. Then the next time the colors will be taken. Okay, maybe I take another color here, and blue. Okay, the last one, go on. Okay, now I click on OK, and OCTAcad generates me a list with the different lengths of the profiles and the colors which are related to the lengths. And as you can see, the different lengths are displayed in the drawing. Now let's finish with this. We can erase this list normally with delete, and then we go to the last option. Then the last option is the rendering option. But before we can render this booth, we have first to insert some lights and also some pictures. For the pictures we have the poster assistant, a very nice tool. First you select the picture, you select the object, and then you can change the direction in which the poster will be placed. And then you can also change the site. You can edit the size, and then if you have finished, you go on create and the poster will be placed. So let's go on with another poster. We select the object first, then we select a picture, for example this one here, and then we go on create and so on. And now you see how you can beautify the whole booth in a very short time, in fact. Okay, this one, and a last one, maybe here one poster. Okay, cool, that looks very nice now. And let's go on with the lights. For this I change to the top view and I zoom a little bit to have a better overview. Okay, and normally you can find lights under the tab render and then on lights here, but I have prepared a special wall where the lights are included. And now I can start to construct the wall, and now each 2 meters light will be placed automatically like that, and here and enter. Okay, and then we place one from here to here. In fact, this was the last step. Now we can look for a good site on the booth, maybe like that, and we change to the perspective mode. Okay, let's zoom it a little bit, and then we only have to push on the render button to get the finish image. Okay, now the computer is rendering and we have instantly a cool picture of our booth we just have constructed. Okay, thanks for watching this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial, and bye. And here's the result. Ciao.